life.
The dawn of a new wild.
This February.
I just checked my sperm count, and it says Nick Cannon!
VH1's legendary series, Understood the Assignment.
You know, we gotta school them.
The livest audience and the biggest stars pull up for the return of old school versus new school.
Maddie, the only time my ass has ever looked fat is standing next to you.
We ain't hold nothing back.
Wildin' Out. New season premieres Tuesday, February 22nd at 8.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Justina, how are you? Greetings from Las Vegas. Good morning.
What's going on? Hey, you look perfect. You look like one of the castmates. You fit right in. Look at you.
I know. I was hoping to audition. So, I think I'd make a great addition to the series.
I think so too. With that backdrop, you're ready to go.
Well, thanks so much for joining me again. Talked about Wildin' Out. 300 episodes, 17 seasons. Did you ever expect the longevity and the success of this show?
I always say this show is one of a kind. No other show like it. Between the improv comedy and the music and the games we play, it's such a blessing for us to be here. But I can understand why we're here, because there's really no one like us. And the fans love it, and we keep bringing it every season, fresh content. But, for any show to make it to 300, that's such a milestone. And I couldn't be more excited to be part of the winning team. And for this 300th episode, February 22nd, 2022. And it's on a Tuesday, Jeff. That's a lot of twos. I just want to say.
Yeah, but Tuesday, that's, a lot of twos. I expect something that crazy from a show like this, but what can fans expect for season 17? Anything that jumps out for you specifically that happened this season?
What was really cool for season 17 for us as the cast members was that we were able to get back more of like a live crowd feel, because in the prior season, it was, it's always strict protocol for COVID, but we had a much smaller crowd to keep everyone safe and 6 feet between the crowd. But this last season, we had a bit more of a live crowd, which was great, because that live energy from a crowd is just like, that it's hard to replicate that. So we were happy to get that live crowd back. We have amazing guests, as we always do, from Fat Joe to Wyclef. I mean, I always say Nick's got a lot of famous and rich friends, and when he calls them to come through, I feel like no one ever says no to Nick. So we had amazing guests, and I think the energy of the cast just to be back, because don't forget, there was like a good year or so where we didn't film when everyone was quarantining. So now that we're back, it's just like meeting back up with your friends at summer camp. You haven't seen them in a year, and everyone's just so excited. So the energy is just, on 10.
There's so many different aspects of this show with the hip hop and with kind of the sketch comedy. Is there something that you like particular, that part of the element of the show that you like the most?
Yeah, I think, Jeff, I really love the rap games. My improv rap off the top is one of my strongest attributes. So I love the wild style. That's why they call me the wild style queen. I love the bull spinning when we ride the bull and the word generator gives us words. I love the games like Flow Job, where a word comes up and you have to rap the job. Anything that has to do with rap are my favorites. And any musical game are the ones that I'm always the most excited to play.
And don't forget the $1
The
million.
games I like least are like, maybe, I don't know, have you ever seen the game where we do like talking spit, where you have to make someone spit? They're cool, they're fun, but I always much rather play a song game, a rapping game. Those are my favorite.
And don't forget the $1 million comedy chain, right?
The $1 million comedy chain. How could we forget?
Absolutely.
The winner takes home the chain at the end of every episode. It's not a bad deal for the guest.
And how have you been holding up during the pandemic? You've been keeping busy with yourself? I understand you're writing a screenplay and working on being a vegetarian. I mean, all kinds of crazy.
Yes, working on all types of stuff. I'm trying to learn how to cook. Uber, I'll tell you something, Uber Eats loves me. But yes, definitely me and my team have worked on a screenplay for a movie. It's amazing. We actually go into production in a little over a week. So I'm very excited now that a script is a funny thing. It's like you write it, you perfect it, you perfect it, you perfect it. But I think it's 100% perfect. I have like 40 out of 100 pages memorized. So I have like another 60 to go. But I have a good memory for words, Jeff. So I think I'll be okay. But definitely have kept busy. And the pandemic was a time where I kind of like took out my to-do list and saw the things I had on there that I wanted to get done, but normally wouldn't have the time, and just went for it. And I'm glad I did, because things are picking back up. We're, going back on tour, and I feel like the world is really opening back up. So I'm glad I started doing the things that I did during the quarantine when I had some time.
Well, Justina, thank you so much for joining me today. Come visit us in Las Vegas. We'd love to have you. And congratulations on 300 episodes and 17 seasons of Wildin' Out. And you're my favorite part of the show.
Thank you so much, Chef. You're so sweet. And I hope to see you again for next season.